Tonight, Cave Springs police say city water and sewer employees discovered alleged pipe bombs while performing maintenance to a storm drain. 3 explosive devices were found at the intersection of Torrance Drive and Rainbow Road. Police say after examination by the Bentonville Bomb Squad, they concluded someone tried to set them off, but they did not blow up. They say the devices were submerged in the drainage system for an unknown amount of time. Police say there is no suspected danger to the public, and they do not believe there are any other devices. That investigation is ongoing. New court documents have been released tonight following a bond hearing for the Bella Vista man charged with capital murder in the death of his wife. Terry Rodiker is now being held in the Benton County Jail without bond. His wife Barbara was found dead at their residence on Sunday. An affidavit says she was found in a bathroom with, quote, numerous cuts and puncture wounds. The affidavit also says Terry's daughter received a text from Terry saying he wanted to hurt himself. You can read more details from the new documents on our website at 5newsonline.com. Today, Arkansas Attorney General Tim Griffin announcing he's expanding his office to the U of A campus in Fayetteville. It's all in an effort to attract top law students. At the announcement today, the question was raised about the university's recent decision that led to an ongoing search for a new law school dean. 5 News reporter Laura Castleman joining us in the studio now to share his response to all this. Laura?
Yes, Darren, the Arkansas Attorney General is backing the decision and says he doesn't think it'll impact any recruitment plans, especially with adding a new office location at the University of Arkansas.
AG Griffin says the decision to open a new office here will bring more students, not less.
We are here as an opportunity for students, and it benefits us because we get to tap into the resource of the best students at the law school.
His announcement comes weeks after the university rescinded its offer to Emily Susky, originally named the new dean of the law school. That decision is one that the Attorney General supports.
How about because her contract is rescinded, you're going to get a lot of great students who otherwise maybe wouldn't have considered Arkansas. I made my views known, but I got a text after this that said, "Thank you, Attorney General, for speaking out. There are a number of us here in the law school that feel like our views are ignored and not represented."
Chancellor Charles Robinson spoke publicly for the first time about the situation, calling it unfortunate.
But I can tell you I have every confidence in the University of Arkansas and its law school to attract talent, whether that's student talent or faculty talent.
Chancellor Robinson went on to say, no matter what, Northwest Arkansas is a great place to live.
The law school will do great, as it normally does, in attracting the type of talent that helps the state of Arkansas.
An interim dean is expected to be named sometime next month. And as far as the AG's expansion plan, the Northwest Arkansas office will have to have 2 full-time attorneys and plans to expand its law clerk program to 3 students per semester. Laura Castleman, 5 News.
All right, Laura, thanks. 1 person is dead. Multiple are injured after a bus crash carrying an Iowa Community College baseball team. Team was headed to a game against North Arkansas College in Harrison. Happened just after 11 o'clock this morning in Calhoun County, Iowa. Iowa State Patrol said the Iowa Lakes Community College bus went off the road and overturned in a ditch. Now, the cause of the crash is still undetermined and the investigation is ongoing.
Any kind of, mobile data, anything with the bus that they can maybe extract from there. If there's any kind of technology, they can maybe look at vehicle speeds. If there's any kind of, like I said, medical emergency, we don't know at this time, so that's just part of the investigation.
Northwest Arkansas College posting a statement on Facebook saying, we ask that our entire community please lift up everyone involved, their families, and the entire Iowa Lakes community in prayer during this difficult time. A former Madison County deputy sheriff has been formally decertified. Tim Hassel failed to respond to a 911 call believed to be part of a homicide investigation. Taylor Barksdale went missing in July of 2024. Her remains were found 3 months later. The former Washington County prosecutor said a 911 call in August of that year reported a woman screaming as if she were in distress. Hassel was the deputy on duty at the time, but did not respond. He resigned from his position shortly after the Commission of Law Enforcement Standards unanimously voting in a hearing yesterday to decertify Hassel. Looking ahead to next month's election, the League of Women Voters in Washington County hosting a candidate forum tonight. People in the nonpartisan race for District 4 prosecuting attorney and the county judge Republican primary runoff took part. The organization is hosting a series of forums to give voters easy access to hear candidates' positions. The organization's executive director told us today the forums are meant to keep voters empowered.
Another reason that it's really important to host these forums is typically people think of the March elections as a primary election, and our voter turnout can be typically really low compared to November general elections. But this March, candidates, there's really important races that will be decided on March 3rd.
Group will host other forums, another one tomorrow, in fact, at the Fayetteville Public Library for candidates in multiple circuit court judge races. Voters in Fayetteville, meanwhile, weighing in on a series of bond questions. One of those proposals will help build more than $61 million aquatics park in the Lewis Park neighborhood. City says it'll be a space of year-round swimming and fitness activities for kids and the whole family. Supporters say it's a quality of life upgrade. Critics, though, say they're worried about the price tag and location. After Mayor Molly Ron's State of the City address last night, she claims it's part of a long-term strategy.
This is such an opportunity to invest in projects that will pay dividends for literally decades to come in terms of infrastructure, quality of life amenities, things that will really set Fayetteville on the right path.
Bond question 8 is one of 9 that'll be voted on in next month's election in Fayetteville. New at 10 tonight, lawyers, judges, and advocates gathering at the state capitol in Little Rock today, tackling a very tough topic, reforming how children convicted of crimes are imprisoned in Arkansas. Catherine Rowley breaks down what they discussed.
We have a school to pipeline crisis here in Arkansas where, testimony was given that 80% of the youth that are committed to the Division of Youth Services either are at or below third grade reading level.
For more than a decade, courts, commissions, and lawmakers have worked together to improve support for families and youth involved in the justice system.
We passed legislation to require that juvenile judges utilize a validated risk assessment. And so these validated risk assessments is known as our SAVERY tool. And these assessments, they don't only apply for just the child.
Circuit Judge Troy Brashwell of the 20th District explained that risk assessments like the SAVERY tool evaluate a juvenile's whole situation, not just one incident.
And so it's one thing to know what risk factors a kid may have in their life, but to me the bigger question is, once you know those things, what are you going to do about it? What programs and services do you have that are specifically aimed at helping that individual kid or family?
The purpose of that SAVERY tool is to make sure that kids receive the support they need at home and in their communities, instead of being in state custody. Representative Tara Shepard says that alongside that tool, reading levels remain a major concern with generational impacts.
Our children not being able to read will impact our economy. It will have an impact on our workforce system. It will have an impact on our prison system. And what we saw here today is that we have a school to prison pipeline when 80% of the youth that are in DYS custody cannot read at grade level. We need to focus on early intervention because what's happening is it's maturing into the juvenile justice system.
Was Catherine Rowley reporting. Now, the State Department of Human Services presented data today on how many juveniles are in department custody. That means juveniles in treatment and diversion programs, typically at group homes. In 2025, Northwest Arkansas counties had 15 juveniles in custody. In the River Valley counties, there were 37. Sebastian County, in fact, ranked 4th in the state. More meetings on juvenile reform at the Capitol are still in the works tonight.